Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're talking about lesson 52, Saxon Algebra 1. This is the third edition. We are talking about more on addition of rational expressions with unequal denominators and our overall average. So let's get started. Grab your notebook, write these down. All right, for our first one, we have this guy right here. Now, remember, whenever we're dealing with fractions, we want to protect our addition subtraction. And let me make sure that that focuses for you. Protect our addition subtraction within a fraction. So I'm going to do that by putting parentheses around here. Now, let's take this back really quick. If we had 1/3 plus 1/7, that is going to give us a common denominator of 21. We take 7 and we multiply it by 3, and we take 7 multiplied by 3 and 3 multiplied by 7. That gives us 21. Of course, what we do downstairs, we also have to do upstairs. So we end up with 7/21 plus 3/21. And then of course that gives us 10/21, right? So the same thing applies for our common denominators here. We're gonna take this guy times this guy. So over here, we're missing x plus y. And if I do it downstairs, I have to do that upstairs. Over on this side, I'm missing x. So I'm gonna multiply by x by x. So now what I have is quantity x plus y over x times x plus y plus b times x over x quantity x plus y. And so you'll see now I have a common denominator. So because of that, what I can do, I should probably work these down instead of to the side. But what I have is in my numerator, I'm going to have this ax plus, actually we'll leave it as this, ax plus y plus bx all over x quantity x plus y. Okay, so now what I can do, and it's a good idea to leave it like this because if you're ever subtracting, it's very easy to make a mistake. So we're going to distribute to here and to here. So that gives us ax plus ay plus bx all over, and you can either leave this as x quantity x plus y, or you can distribute it. Either way is totally fine. I like to leave mine as factored as possible, and so that would be the factored version. This is not the factored version because there's a plus here, so you've got to make sure to account for that. Okay, let's try another one. So for number 2, let me grab a different pen. So number 2 here, we have this guy here. Again, we're going to protect our addition subtraction in our fraction, and this guy up here. So our common denominator is going to be a plus b times x. So over here I'm missing x and x, whoops, that's supposed to be an x. And over here, I'm missing a plus b on the bottom and on the top. So let's rewrite that. We now have x quantity 4x plus a plus c a plus b. And each of those are over x a plus b and x times a plus b. Because those have a common denominator, now we can make it so that they are all under the same denominator. So we say x 4x plus a plus c a plus b all divided by x a plus b. So now we're going to go through and we want to distribute to here, and distribute this to here and to here, and see if we can combine any like terms. So we have 4x squared plus ax plus and I like to put mine in alphabetical order. So C times A is either CA or AC. You'll find as you're working in the back of the book, the answers might be different from what you come up with. So you just need to be able to see that, okay, that's close to what I was doing. And then all of that is divided by x quantity a plus b. So I would absolutely accept that as your answer. Okay, let's take a look at the other ones that we have here. Overall average. So the average of the first 90 numbers was 4. Whoops, helps so you can see it. The average of the next 10 numbers was 6. What is the overall average? So remember, when we're finding average, we're talking usually mean, where you add up all the numbers and then you divide by the number of numbers, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to say the first 90 numbers was 4. So we're going to take 90 times 4 plus 10, the next 10 numbers times 6. What this does is save us from writing out 4 90 times and then 6 10 times. All of that is going to be divided by the number of numbers. And remember, the number of numbers is, we had 94s and 10 was 6. So that's going to be 100. 10, or 100, sorry. Let me think about that. Okay, 100. All right, so what we have is 360 plus 60 all divided by 100. Okay, so that's going to give us 2 carry the 1, so 420 over 100. Log off a 0, we get 420 over 10, and if we divide that, we end up with 4.2. So what was the overall average of these numbers? It was 4.2, and that seems about right because you have 90 numbers that are close to 4, and then you have 10 numbers that are close to 6, so the majority of your numbers are going to be closer to 4 there. So good. All right, so here are the practice problems. Go ahead and give those a shot, and when you pause the video, come on back and we will go over those. So I just realized the problem C was missing, so make sure that you do that one as well. So pause the video, do these problems, and then come on back and we'll see how you do. Okay, so when you get back, let's give this guy a shot. Now, for this one, our common denominator is going to be y, m, and 1, and multiplying anything by 1 is itself, so we're just going to leave this as ym. So this is missing an m, this is missing a ym times ym, and this is missing a y. Now remember, protect your addition subtraction like I just did with that guy and put a y there. So what we have upstairs is now x times m, and I put it in alphabetical order, so mx minus bym, so that's going to be bmy, plus y times c plus d, quantity c plus d. All of that is going to be over my, my, my. So my, just like this. Now I looked in the back of the book and you can totally leave it like this. You don't have to distribute. So this is perfectly fine. All right, over here we're going to protect our addition subtraction. And I'm going to put this guy over 1 so that we remember to multiply the denominator. So this one I'm going to multiply. So our denominator is going to be a plus b times 1. Again, multiplying by 1 is just itself. So we'll leave that one alone. We'll say this times b, and then protect your addition subtraction, multiply that by b. This guy is going to be a plus b. This is going to be a plus b. And then over here, it's got to be b times a plus b. So that's going to be, put a little arrow, b times a plus b. So what do we have here now? What we have is b times 5b plus c minus x a plus b plus c b a plus b. Oh, sorry, that's off the page there. Okay, and then on the bottom you'll see that all of these are b times a plus b, b times a plus b, b times a plus b. So b times a plus b, and that is your final answer. You can totally just leave it like that. Now here's that third one that I forgot. The average of the first 5 weights was 10 pounds. The average of the next 10 weights was 25 pounds. What is our overall average? So our overall average for this guy is going to be, we take the first 5 weights and we multiply that by 10 pounds, plus the next 10 weights and we multiply that by 25 pounds. And then we divide it by the number of numbers, and we had 5 weights and we had 10 weights for a total of 15 weights. So that means we've got 50 plus 250 divided by 15. So 50 plus 250 is going to be 300. Take that, divide it by 15. Now, if you weren't sure on the answer on this guy, what you could do is you could divide both of these by 5, or divide them by 3 even, and you would have 100 over 5, right? Divide this by 3, you get, oops, divided by 3, you get 100. Divide this by 3, you get 5, and 5 goes into 100 20 times, so it would be 20 pounds. Make sure you're writing a complete sentence for these word problems because I think that that's really helpful. If you have any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, good luck, and we'll see you next time.